Well, hey there folks, out here in the garage messing around with the Jeep JK. As you can see, I got a couple of used front and rear drive shafts here, and there is the factory front one in my Jeep, and I'm going to show you why I picked these up. Not necessarily the rear one, I could have cared less about that one, mainly for the front. So my Jeep has a 3.5-inch lift with 35s on it, and this is actually backwards right now. This would be the rear. This is the front drive shaft right here. This is the rear section that bolts onto the transfer case flange right here. This is the front that goes onto the front differential, the pinion shaft flange. Not worried about this. This is fine. Worried about the CV joint. So the factory one, it can only take so much of an angle before it starts tearing the boot. You lose the grease and your CV joint fails. So let me show you this one. So you can probably see how bad that is, how the boot's all ripped up. Let me get a light out. There, you can see it. Stay like that. It doesn't want to stay. We'll get it to stay. There you go. You can see in there everything's exposed in there. There's hardly any grease left in there, and the boot's all ripped up. So if you look at that, you can see the diameter of that CV there. Now the reason I picked up these drive shafts is because this has the new, I forget the company that makes this, I know, shoot, I forget. There's one company that makes this. This is a larger diameter heavy duty CV, and it's supposed to eliminate that problem. So let me show you this one here. Okay, so here they are side by side. Yeah, I painted the used new ones that are going in. I wanted everything to be nice when I put them in there. So if you look at the difference here, here's the difference. You can see how much bigger around the diameter on this one is versus that one. See, these bolts can come out, and these Allens that comes with, they're captured in there, they can't even come out. So let me see if a light will help here. There, so you can kind of see the difference there. So this one is going to have a much more of an angle that it can go without tearing up the boot. See, because this one will bind on the outside there and tear it up, whereas this one won't. Now, I'm not saying this is the correct option. I'm saying this is one option. It will work, and it's a lower cost option. I believe this piece here is right around $180, give or take, to buy, and then you have to install it yourself. I just happened to find both of those used drive shafts, and it had this brand new piece installed, and they wanted $150 for both of them, so I grabbed them. I just thought it was a good deal. You can go with a custom drive shaft like a Tom Woods or an Adams drive shaft. And from looking at those seem to be right about, from what I found, probably about $800 a piece, $700 or $800 a piece. So you're at like, you know, $1,600 to $2,000 by the time you get them. And yeah, if you're doing a lot of rock crawling and extreme articulation, and you know, you've got an extreme Jeep, that's probably the way to go. Something like I've got here. This here is going to be fine for my application, for what I do with it. I don't abuse it too hard off-road. So that's the difference if anyone's interested in seeing what they're going to get before they buy it. I believe you can go to Extreme Terrain. I think that's what it's called on YouTube. They've actually got a video of installing this here. So the only thing is these, you know, bolts come out one at a time, whereas these ones really look like they're captured in there. So that might be a bit of a trick getting them started, since they're all the exact same length. But once I get them started, that should be fine. And I did pop the cap off and make sure it is full of grease. It's brand new. The dude said he put it on and had like 100 miles on it before he bought brand new drive shaft. So also has a brand new boot here, as you can see. And then the rear drive shaft is just all stock, but there's nothing wrong with it. The boots are both real good in there. Mine are good. The rear one really doesn't have any issues. It's really the front one, this angle right here. And this U-joint here is nice and tight on there, so I can go ahead and use that. That's no problem. Actually, my old one was okay. I'm gonna say the new one's tighter than the old one, but this will work great. So I just wanted to show you that. I'm gonna get that on there. All right, YouTube, take care.